You are now listening to Season 1, Episode 1 of FratFluent Podcast. Find us on Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Disclaimer, this podcast is not for children or younger teens, due to foul language and sexual content. Listener discretion advised. Welcome to the Frat.
Alright, how's everybody doing today? You're listening to FratFluent Podcast with your boys. I'm Mo.
And I'm Shelton. So, Mo, you grew up in New Jersey, correct?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Sheldon just moved here, and I'm dying to find out, like, the more he experiences things here, I want to just hear about his experiences. Why don't you tell everyone where you're from, bro?
Okay, so I am from Arkansas, actually.
That's crazy. So when I first met him, I didn't know what to expect. Like, a lot of you probably thinking, oh, this dude's from Arkansas. Never met someone from there. Heard a lot of things, not so many good things. But then you meet this guy and you're like, you know what? He's pretty wholesome. I like him. But then he was like a really patient, like easygoing guy. I remember the first thing I told him was, you're gonna lose that. Like, give it a month, give it 2 months, 3 months, it's gonna disappear. You're not gonna be patient.
He was so right. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about people in Jersey, but they do that to you. They just tear you apart.
It's like, you gotta have thick skin up here, bro. It's crazy. All right, I gotta get this off my chest right here, bro.
Okay.
So one of the segments we're gonna have, you guys are gonna hear this a lot. It's called Hold My Cup. So whenever you went through something just really, really like pissed you off, this is your chance to talk about it. We're gonna rant about it for a little bit. So, hold my cup, Sheldon. All right, we're just gonna go at the snow. All right, right now it's the snow, but it's a lot of the stupid people in the snow that make it like a real problem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people had to shovel, so I hate shoveling, but like, you have to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
Not trying to get hit with lawsuits. So I'm shoveling, and then these people are just like, you know how when the snow just falls, it's easy to remove.
Yeah.
And when you have people stepping on it, it sticks harder, it hardens up, and you break your back getting it out. It's such a problem.
Yeah.
So then I'm watching these people walk by like mid-blizzard. I'm like, yo, why the fuck are you walking around?
Tell me
You're
about
making it harder for me. You're making dude, every person that walked by, I'm grabbing the shovel. I'm like, yo, I really just want to beat him with the shovel. Oh my god.
Dude, no, you don't understand. When we got this snow, like all my friends and like family back home, they were like, bro, you got all this snow. And I hate it now. Like, after 2 feet of snow, I've seen more snow than they've seen in their entire life.
Oh,
and I've shoveled more snow than they've seen in their entire life. Even like on TV shows, like all the snow that I've touched, I used to love it.
Dude,
I used to love it.
You came at a crazy year too. I don't remember this much snow coming down like the last few years at least.
I just wish snow was still that happy little fantasy dream that I used to have, and now it's a monster.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you don't mind it, but then when you're older and you got
a shovel.
Yeah, dude. It was a few years back. We actually ended up catching a lawsuit for some old lady that slipped on our property.
Really?
Yeah, it was so stupid. Dude, it went on for years too. You think a lawsuit's like quick?
No.
Dude, they dragged it out so long. I was like, yo, are you serious? Lesson learned.
my brother just got a job, and he's outside all day, and he texted me the other day. He's like, man, working outside sucks.
Wait, is he in Jersey or Arkansas?
No, he's in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, working sucks. And I was like, have you worked an 8-hour yet? And he was like, no, but I stand in the cold. And I said, fool! I walk to work in the cold. Have you walked to work in a blizzard yet? He didn't respond.
Oh my god, there's no comparison. Like, when snow's hitting you, the wind's ripping up your face, dude. There's no. Oh.
So we talked about your first impression of me.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get to you.
Oh, let's get it. I'm excited.
So, I didn't really know anything about Jersey. So I came here and I was expecting that crazy, boisterous accent. Yo! Watch where you're going. I'm walking here.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. And one of the first people that I meet is Mo Dingo himself. So why don't you just fill me in a little bit more on what Jersey life is like?
I don't know. I feel like you love it, but you hate it. At least that's how it feels for me. Like, there are just certain things you love, certain things you hate.
Okay.
Winters suck. Summers are pretty awesome.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I can't really throw something out there. It's one of those things that when it happens, I'll just be like, this is why you love Jersey.
Gotcha.
But there's so much to do here.
Tell me about it. There is so much to do.
I'm dying for all this COVID garbage to die down so we can finally go out a little bit.
I'm starting to feel like a little bit more like home because there's nothing to do right now. All right, so now, Mo, I've got some stupid ass people to talk about.
Let's hear it.
Why does everybody think that you should just bow down to their will? Like, I've got stuff to do. When I go to work, I've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And these people are like, I've been standing here for 30 minutes. And it's like, I'm sorry, someone else caught me. And they're like, why didn't I catch you? It's like, because you're not fast enough.
See,
gingerbread man.
Right there, what you just said, that's the Jersey thing right there. Like people, everyone here, I'm guilty of it too sometimes. You just think the world revolves around you. That's, I guess, being more self-absorbed. Like when I met you, I didn't get that impression. I didn't get that vibe from you. That's why I was like, yeah, you can tell he's not from here.
Yeah, definitely not from here. That and when I got on the speakers, can I get an associate?
I'm dying the day Sheldon ends up adopting an accent, like a local accent from over here. When we go back home, everyone's gonna be like, what the?
Who is this shitty boy? No. See, now another thing that Mo and I have kind of been a topic that we talk about pretty much every time we see each other is Mo has become enamored with the idea of Arkansas. He loves it. He wants to go see it. You know, we're trying to make plans to go see it eventually with each other so I can show him around a little bit.
Honestly, guys, all right, you're going to call me crazy. Like, they were listening to this right now, like, rolling their eyes. You could already picture it. Like, why does he love Arkansas? Why does he want to? Yo, you guys got to hear some of the stories. Like, we'll get into it, but it just, you know, when you're here for a long time, it's like everything is so fast-paced. You want to go to a different place. You want to change your environment, see what other life is like, kind of. That's how you made Arkansas sound to me. It's like, you know what? I want to see what it's like over there.
So a big thing in Arkansas, and we're going to kind of get into one of our first stories. A big thing in Arkansas is where I come from, there's not a bowling alley, there's not a skating rink, there's nothing to do except go to Walmart. So we would go to Walmart, and we would switch between Walmart and Lowe's, and we would just play tag. And so eventually the associates catch on, and they'll try to put up blockades to, like, stop you and kick you out.
Oh, my God.
Or they'll, like, call the police sometimes. Like, they go crazy. And there was one point we had played tag in Lowe's, and my friends, they went up to the garden, and there's like these rafters and all this stuff, and they climbed up on the top shelf of these rafters and were like laying down hiding. And as they're climbing up, there's an associate that's over by like the ferns or whatever coming towards them, and they were like, bro, you gotta distract him. So I go over and I just ask him some bullshit question about, hey, can you show me where the ferns are? And this guy doesn't even like miss a beat, doesn't take like a step or anything. He just points at the ferns, goes that way, and walks straight past me. And at that point, I'm like, they're done. So I just book it out of there. And they get caught. They get caught, and they get kicked out. And like I'm going to leave garden, and they're closing the sliding doors, like the automatic doors. They locked them, so I like barely get out, like some like Fallout or whatever, like some super spy James Bond stuff, getting out. And one of my friends left his phone on the top rafter, so he gets down, and the associates like tearing him a new one, and he's like, I forgot my phone. And he has to climb back up the rafters.
Oh my God.
And one of our other friends hid in the store, and this fool, we didn't know where he hid. He had pulled out one of those big septic tanks, pulled it out and hid behind it, and then put it back. And so, like, we are running around the store screaming his name. We're like, no, no, just screaming his name, couldn't find him. And then we're about to leave the store and just like leave him. His phone had died, so we couldn't call him. We're about to just leave the store, and we hear from like a section way off in like the distance, guys. So we have to go pull out this septic tank because he had fallen down and couldn't get out. So we had to pull him out while these associates are running around looking for the other people that were playing tag with him. Oh my gosh. We got in the car and I drove so fast out of that parking lot. So did you guys ever do anything like that?
No, not stuff like that. You know, over here it's more like malls, movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you guys never played tag in any of them?
No, in high school we played Manhunt in the Walmart.
Really?
That was the thing, yeah.
How fun was that?
Oh, it was pretty fun. We always ended up getting thrown out after a little bit.
Nice.
It didn't last long. Like, they were on top
Oh,
of it.
really?
Yeah.
See, our Walmart didn't care. Our Lowe's, they were on top of it. You couldn't stay in there for more than like
That's
10
so
seconds.
crazy.
But our Walmart, like eventually they would catch on. There was one time they literally had like a Red Rover line going on of associates just holding hands trying to stop us from going down this one aisle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There's for those who don't know, see, it's funny that you told that story where you were in the store like as the customer, like as the person. Like now it's the other way around.
Yeah,
so,
now we're the Red Rover line.
So Sheldon and I, we got placed in one department, hardware. So whenever people are walking around, so my first impression of people there was, you ask someone, "Oh, help me out here," they hit you with, "That's not my section. You don't get any help." So now that I'm on the other side, like I completely understand where they're coming from. And for those who work there or anything close, like when you're placed in one department, you don't know anything about the department next to you. It doesn't work that way. So they threw me in garden, like all the way on the other side, like outside. So dude, I kid you not, this one dude comes in, he looks at me, and like, if you ask me for simple stuff, like easy stuff, where's the mulch? Okay, it's over there. Like I know where it is. But then he comes in, he's like, "Oh, where are your blueberry shrubs?" I'll never forget this guy. Yeah, dude, he's looking at me with the straightest face, like expecting me to know. So I look at him, I'm like, I looked it up. I looked it up first.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
Yeah, because I felt bad. I was like, let me try to help him. And it says we don't even have them in the store. Like, they're only online, apparently, at that time. So then he goes crazy, and he's like, "What do you mean? Like, I came all the way here." I'm like, "I didn't tell you to drive here. Like, bro, come on. Why are you ripping me a new one for?" And he just doesn't let up, and he keeps walking around. He's like, "I'll find them." He just never did. And he comes back, and he's yelling at me. Acting as if, this is like a hold my cup moment right here. Like, whenever they're like, "Oh, I spent thousands of dollars here. I did..." It's like, dude, you didn't give it to me. You gave it to the store. Quit acting like you're paying me thousands of dollars. Yeah, it like blows my mind how these people act. It goes back to the Jersey attitude, like revolve around me.
Yeah, no, in Arkansas, we don't get a whole lot of confrontational people.
Oh.
It's a lot of bless your heart.
Nah, people live for that here. They just want to go off. You know what it is, though, with everything the way it is, like, wherever, you can't do what you want anymore. You can't go out. So it's like when they go out now, they don't know how to act. Like, people are forgetting how to interact. It's kind of weird.
I tell you what, Jersey started to bleed in Arkansas when this pandemic thing started to happen. Yeah, I had a few friends. I used to work at a fast food company, and I had a few friends that worked like drive-through.
Yeah.
And they would be like, "Ma'am, I need you to pull your mask up," or "Ma'am, I need you to put on your mask while I'm handing this stuff out the window."
Yeah. Oh, dude, you probably just didn't like that down there.
Bless your heart. Fuck you. Like the worst. I was like, oh my god.
She hits you with the bless your heart right as she's about to tell you off.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I put in my 2 weeks right before we moved up here.
Yeah.
And one lady just came in and was being like the worst, just a bitch right off the bat. So she ordered like a fettuccine or something, and I put a lot, like half the container of red pepper on her noodles and then put the sauce over top so she couldn't tell. God. And we got a call about 6 hours later. Who put red pepper in my fettuccine?
Oh my God.
I don't think they got her business back.
Dude, I would have never gone back at that point. It's like, oh, the morning after it's what's gonna burn you.
Oh my God.
You know, if you thought it burned going
ice
in,
cream.
you're gonna have a flamethrower coming out the other end.
Oh yeah, and it tore you up. All that starch and just nasty fake Italian. Blech. But yeah, no, not good. Aisle 16, the famed aisle 16, the worst section of our department. It's where all the most expensive stuff is. So if you go down this aisle...
Oh, bro, it's already giving me PTSD. Like, it's already giving me PTSD.
If you go down this aisle and anybody is in this aisle, they are going to need help because they don't have the combination to open up for the drills. Aisle 16.
You walk there and you hope not to see anyone. You hope no one needs help there.
Yes.
Like, it's like, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, you dodge aisle 16. You walk and then you speed walk past 16 to get to the next aisle.
Like, it's that, like, you know, if you're in class, for example, you know that one teacher you just don't want to go to? It's like that period when you walk past that class, or like that class period when you're going to walk into that, you know, environment, you're just like, yo, I really don't want to be here.
Speaking
That's
of
the same feeling
those
you get.
teachers, we had a teacher at our school. She was so bad that eventually there was a lot of kids got like expelled suspended in her class because she was the worst, and they would like act out.
Wow.
But one kid took it to the next level. He was joking, is what he says. He said, "Miss Yada Yada, if you give us more homework, I'm gonna burn your house down."
Yo.
And he got expelled pretty quick.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's you know, the jokes in Arkansas seem like a little different than over here.
Oh yeah, I had a friend. We had that class together our junior year, so we're both like half asleep fucking the entire year.
Oh my god.
And I kid you not, I would be walking. It was right after lunch. I wouldn't even get in the classroom before he was walking back, going to the principal's office because he'd already got in trouble.
Wow.
He got sent to the principal's office one time for putting his headphones on the table down too loud. He literally set them down. I was in class for this one. He set them down, and she was like, "Go to the office," and he was like, "What?"
Dude, this chick sounds insane.
Oh, she was. Oh my god. And she always had a camel toe. Every single day. She'd be wearing these really tight khakis, and she'd always have a camel toe. And I was like, "Ma'am, I cannot read the crucible because I can smell tuna." Like,
oh man, no, we
I
had
can smell the ocean. I need you to chill.
I'm not gonna use this teacher's name. We had a teacher who, see, this is the opposite. She was cool as hell.
Oh yeah?
She was like, she just started teaching at that time. We were actually her first class.
Mm-hmm.
This was middle school. When I tell you like bad, like she, like, no guy, everyone that acted up in every other class, you got to that class and you stopped talking. You sat down and you were like, all right, I'm listening. All right, what did Thomas Jefferson do? Okay. Like you're like so into it. You're like, I gotta impress this chick and like volunteer. That's how hot she was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, dude, oh my god.
We had, so the year that I went up to our high school, our Spanish teacher retired, and he was an old man. He was apparently really chill.
You're
Couldn't
pretty fluent now,
anything.
though.
Oh, no. No, I know like one word maybe.
Yeah. Nah, guys, whenever I need help at work and I don't understand someone who's speaking Spanish, Sheldon always pulls up.
Whoa, hold on. You're going to get me a lot of angry customers that don't speak English. No, but the lady that took over, she was pretty attractive. Like, compared to all the other teachers we had there, she was pretty attractive. And there was a senior there, and he was the worst. The buddy that got in trouble, sent to the office every single day.
Oh, this guy.
He was really skinny, and the senior was, like, he wasn't fat, but he definitely wasn't, like, in shape.
Was he like
He had a
average
beard
build
belly.
or like okay, never mind.
No, he looked like he was about 30 years ahead of evolution that he should be.
Yikes.
But him and my friend just did not hit it off. Like, they would fight every day. They almost got in a fist fight, and at one point, like, they were mouthing off to each other, and the senior was like, "Dude, I'll fucking sit on you. Like, I will end you." And the teacher didn't really stop this.
Oh,
and
what?
About 2 weeks into this endeavor...
Wait, this is in the classroom?
Yes! About 2 weeks into this endeavor, the teacher had to get onto my friend because he kept making suicidal jokes while we were trying to learn Spanish.
Oh my god, like what what was he saying in the class?
He'd be like, Miss Yada Yada, how do you say I want to cut my wrists in Spanish?
Oh my god.
She was like, "Do you need help?" Like, she pulled him out of class and was like,
this
"Listen,
poor lady
if
is
you don't
like...
stop, I'm gonna have to send you to the office, to the counselor's office, and you're not gonna be able to sit in my class anymore." So we're going on for this for a while, and like throughout the year, the senior just got more flirty with this teacher, like just on and on and on. And I'm pretty sure that at the end, like, she was flirting back.
Was he a good-looking dude?
No.
But
he had that swagger, you know? Like, he was very persuasive. He was ugly as hell, but he was very persuasive.
Okay.
And so I think they fucked. I'm pretty sure they fucked.
You know what?
We had an awards, and he didn't show up, and I'm pretty sure he was laying pipe on our Spanish teacher.
I'm gonna throw up. Like, if he actually pulled that off, this guy deserves.
Oh yeah, I hate him, but I mean, he deserves a medal. Like, he did what we all wanted to do.
Like, my mind's blown right now.
So I was big in theater. I was actually the lead in like our sophomore show, which was crazy because I was like, I'd just come to the high school and already gotten a lead, and everybody was like, but while we were practicing, one of the stage hands, the senior had a huge crush on her, and like, we had just got done with a show. It was during school, so like, we were resetting, and on the days that we had a school show, we would spend all day in the theater avoiding our classes. We weren't supposed to, but we would because nobody wants to go to class.
Yeah.
So they were cleaning stuff up, and this guy just tackles her, and he's like fake humping her, and I'm like, chill. And he's like, next time you're hitting it with your girl and you're about to bust, just go and makes like the worst noise. And he's like, you both have blue balls for 3 months. And I was like, no shit, I've got blue balls watching it.
Yo, what?
But could you imagine that?
We're here?
Like your girl's about to bust, and then she just goes.
Oh,
what would you do?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I would definitely collapse. I might throw up on her. Like, I don't know what to. At that point, it's like, what is this?
What if she choked?
This isn't what I signed up for.
What if she choked on it? You know, because she and then you vomit and she just chokes on it. Speaking of choking, my friend that I from back home, we've been talking a little bit recently.
Yeah.
And he said that the first time that he choked his girl, he did it the wrong way. So the right way you're supposed to do it is a thumb and a middle finger over the carotid arteries, because it cuts off blood flow to the head, which is supposed to make an orgasm better. And some people are kinked into that. They like that.
Okay.
What the lethal way to choke somebody, and the way they teach you in the military and all this other stuff, is there's a little spot just under your Adam's apple, like on your collarbone, that is like perfect fit for your thumb. And if you put your thumb there, like, it starts to hurt. Like, I just did it, and now my throat is tingling. He was doing that. He was about to crush her windpipe. He's like, "You're close," and she's like,
And this just you know
she's
what?
dying.
This you just jogged my memory into something else, bro.
Okay.
We're gonna dive into something. There are these. All right, so there's 2 types of chicks. Okay. I'm sorry in advance, but like, actually, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, right in.
So there's 2 guys that they look at. There's the one, there's like the guy, the gentleman. He does everything the right way. You don't have to worry about him.
Not you.
I'm a gentleman. And there's the other guy, the
playboy.
Like, you just know he's the wrong choice to go to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's because of like the way the guy, I guess, treats them. Like, they all say, "Oh, I want a nice guy. I want a..." Yeah, dude, that you get hit with that.
Yeah.
"Oh, I want a really nice guy who's gonna take care of me." Blah blah blah.
Man, I wish I could find a guy like you.
But then they pick, and they go for like the scumbag. And you look at it as like, is that the recipe right there? Is that what I have to start doing? And then you do it, or like, you're just too afraid. It ends up just not. Either it works out for you and you're the full home run, or you just miss the boat and you walk out in a pair of cuffs now.
A pair of cuffs? What the hell? What do you mean a pair of cuffs? What the fuck did you do?
Misread signals here and there.
Oh, Mo, do you need something you need to confess? Somebody call the cops.
Hello?
So we're going to move on to the Frat Chat, which is the section of this show where you guys write in and we read some of the craziest stories. The idea is to find the craziest stories from just all across the country. So, like, if you want to write in with your state, that would be great, so that we know what state you're from, so we can figure out who's got the craziest life.
Yeah, because Sheldon and I were talking about it. He thinks Arkansas got the craziest people. I think it's Florida. Jersey's perfectly normal. So there's nothing to look at here.
But then, no one ever talks about Wisconsin. People could be like having major orgies with playboys in Wisconsin, and we just never knew about it. The bunnies could live in Wisconsin. So with that being said, we have a couple submissions that we have chosen today from Jason and Ashley. Mo, why don't you start?
All right, let's get it. So I'm gonna read Jason's. The time I banged my piano teacher.
Oh my God.
We gotta hear this one. When I was 17, my mom insisted I needed to take some sort of extracurricular class to improve my chances of getting into a good school. So she hired a tutor for me. And she was so fucking hot, dog. Like, she was light-skinned, curvy, and had these light eyes.
Damn.
She was gorgeous and was clearly into me. All right, I like where this is going on. Let's see what this guy does. Hint, hint. So one night she came over, and my mom was working a late shift. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So she left the salon upstairs, and I'm not even sure what happened. I low-key blacked out, and when I came to, we were naked, headed for the shower. Wait a second. All right, let's see how it ends. I gotta go back to that. You blacked out? This guy roofied himself? for shower sex. All right. We were naked, headed for the shower for shower sex. Anyway, after that, she told my mom she couldn't teach me anymore, and my mom thought I was mean to her. Wow, dude, you got cucked. Like, there's no worse than that.
That dick game really let her down.
Wow.
She said, I can't teach you anymore.
Yeah, at that point, dude, I'm not trying to be that guy. And size at the end, it's not the end all be all. But with this, it's like you look at it, she's not coming back. Like, what? She was getting paid to do you, and she's not coming back?
Yeah, damn. That sucks. Fuck, that's like a hooker.
That's blowing my mind.
No, not you anymore.
It's like even if it was $20, it's $20 you didn't have before,
$20 to get piped.
$20 and you bust. Hell? Like, all right.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I'm sorry.
I didn't expect that ending at all.
Yeah.
You blacked
out. That's... What the hell? Have you ever blacked out because you're just so hyped about it?
No. Like, there's not even... afterwards you might want to take a nap, but during, you're wide awake. It's like...
Yeah, you gotta be.
There's no way you can fall asleep.
You got those chemicals. All right, so...
that's enough of Jason.
Yeah, this is guy, from Ashley.
He dropped the ball.
Arrested for a glizzy. One time I was hooking up with this guy from my math class. He was supposed to take me to the movie theater, but we missed the movie, so he suggested we catch a later flick and go get some dinners. So I was like, okay, bet. Long story short, that did not happen. We wound up in an empty parking lot in the back of his Jeep.
What?
The window started steaming up, and literally, I kid you not, the second he came all over my fucking face, a cop pulled up and knocked on the window.
Oh my god.
So I panicked and started crying. Also hoping that he might think the jizz looked like tears, but nah.
Oh my god.
Homeboy asked me who my parents were, small town shit, and he apparently had beef with my dad because he kind of growled at his name, and then he took me in. I had to awkwardly wipe that shit away with my sleeve, and we both got to spend the night at the station. He wound up not formally charging us, but we got a warning for curfew, and I had to go to Christianity class.
Oh, dude, you know how lucky you got up? Like, that's insane. Over here, that's a court date.
Really?
Yeah, dude, you're calling I have a friend who, he was in the parking lot of his college, and his girl came over, and that was the first time they ever did anything like that. And it was definitely the last, dude, after this. Because he told me, he was like, because we know a lot of people that get away with it all the time. Uh-huh. But when they did it, a cop pulled up. Well, he was dumb about it, too. He was the only car in the lot. So, at least, he didn't try to hide it well, is what I'm saying. So, they get caught. He ends up having to pay a few $100 and ended up in court.
Oh, my gosh.
And they didn't even finish. So, like, lost,
She saw it. My girl saw it first. But I was driving to my dad's house, and there was a couple pulled off on the side of the road, and their car was bouncing. They were fucking just right there on the road, and we lived in a shitty neighborhood. Like, we lived about 2 miles from, like, the projects of our town.
Oh, wow.
But, like, that was fucking crazy, and that wasn't the last time that I saw people fucking like that. The people would pull around the back of our movie theater and just bang.
That's, there's spots like that here, too. I feel like see, I'm not going to rip Arkansas about that one. It sounds like we got something common.
You get away with a lot more in Arkansas.
Oh, right? Dude, yeah. It's like the Outback. Like, it's not... Over here, it's too dense. Like, there's too many people walking around. You'll get caught... Like, farting, you'll get caught here. And, dude, you wouldn't have gone off that easy. He didn't get charged. Like, it's never going to be brought up in his life again. He has a story to tell. That's it. Like, over here, it's on your right. Like, you go to court.
That's crazy. All right, guys. So, that is going to be the first episode of Frat Fluent. We're going to sign off. Go check out our socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Insta. We have a TikTok. Go check us out.
Remember, sign up to our Patreon, too. That's what helps us pay the bills around here.
Yeah. Peace out.
Deuces.
Log off.
Peace out.
It's over.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We apologize for the audio. We know that it wasn't the greatest. We're working on it. So just tune in for the next episode, and thank you again for listening. We love you.